Hello and welcome to Yoga with me, Harriet. Today I'm going to be presenting a series which is accessible for beginners. Please do take note of any injuries or any medical issues that you may have. Please do check with your doctor if you do have any medical issues before beginning any kind of yoga practice. We are going to be moving gently, and I will give options as we go through. So please, if you are new to yoga or if you're coming back after a long break, do choose the gentler option. So let's begin. The most important practice within yoga is not the movement, the asana, but actually the breath. So yoga is about connection. The word yoga comes from a Sanskrit word yush, meaning to connect, to yoke, or to bind. So we are focusing on connecting with ourselves and with those around us. We're also focused on connecting breath with movement. So even if you don't practice any of the physical movement, staying present with your breath is absolutely practicing yoga. So before we get started, there's a lot more to yoga than breath and movement, absolutely. The philosophy of Raja Yoga and more specifically this Hatha Yoga practice that I'm introducing really stands on a foundation of attitude and ways that we treat ourselves and ways that we treat others. And number one on that foundational root of the tree of yoga is compassion. Ahimsa is the Sanskrit word, and we are being kind to ourselves. So for some of us, that might mean moving a little more strongly if you feel good. For some of us, that might be resting more. Okay. So please come and join me. I won't be using props, but if you do have blocks, bolsters, pillows, blankets, do have them handy because they can definitely help to bring us into a more safe practice and a more supported one. I won't be requiring those, but I will let you know when they might be beneficial. Okay, so the first position, which also happens to be the last position that we will take, is called Shavasana, corpse pose. So we come to lie on our back with the palms facing up and taking the arms a little away from the body, the legs apart, and just finding a place that feels really comfortable here, really easy here. So if this is not comfortable for you, you're most welcome to start with the knees bent. You can let the knees fall into the center. This depends on the shape of your spine. If you are open, some people like to begin in this position. That feels a little intense for me, with the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. So you might stretch the feet out a bit further. If none of these positions are comfortable for you, you're most welcome to begin lying on the belly. Supporting the head, maybe looking to one side, or you can come into a child's pose. So this is where you might wish to take support. So I'm just going to demonstrate the child's pose without support. So there are two variations, knees wide or knees together. It's totally up to you, whatever makes you feel most comfortable. I like to take the knees wide option. And then you can stretch the arms forward, relax the elbows, and relax the head down. So if your head doesn't quite reach the floor, in child's pose, don't worry, you're not alone. You can take your hands underneath your forehead. You can take them into fists, or if you do have a pillow or a block, you can absolutely place that underneath the forehead, just so the head's not hanging here. So we try to bring our buttocks back towards the heel. If that is not accessible for you, If you have a pillow or I have a bolster here, you can bring the bolster or the pillow between your heels and your buttocks so that you have that connection there, and that can sometimes help us to get into this shape. If none of those work for you, you're most welcome to start seated in any kind of seated position that feels good to you. So you can begin cross-legged if that's accessible, or you can take the feet out, or you can lengthen the legs all the way. So this practice is really for you, and the intention is to bring us back into balance. So there shouldn't be any pain, some discomfort perhaps, some unusual sensations, absolutely. That usually means that you're practicing in the right way, but it should never be painful. So please take a break or just modify your shape, however allows you to keep breathing nice and steady. So whatever position you're in, if you feel comfortable with the eyes closed, I'll invite you to close the eyes. If you're seated, just roll the shoulders back a little, and we're going to focus on breath. So there's no need to change your breath in any way at this point. We're just going to start to bring our attention within the space that you're in, using the 5 senses to bring us into this present moment. So just noticing any sounds around you. I can hear the raindrops falling on the roof here. I can hear the birds singing. I can hear a fridge whirring away in the background. So just noticing what you can hear, and then bringing your attention to whatever you can feel in this moment. So you might feel clothing on your skin. You might feel parts of your body that are in contact with the mat. You might feel areas of warmth or coolness in the body. You may be able to sense some pulsating or tingling. Or you may not feel anything at all. That's okay. Acknowledging whatever is here for you in this moment, right here. And shifting your attention to your sense of smell now, noticing whatever you can smell. And whatever you can taste. And even if your eyes are closed, noticing whatever you can see. And bringing your attention onto the breath now. If you're new to the practice or you're feeling a little distracted, resting your hands on your body can be a good technique for feeling the movement of the breath in and out of the body. So without altering the breath in any way, there's no need to judge yourself for what you find. Just noticing how your breath is right now. Noticing the inhale and the exhale. The inhale and the exhale. Noticing the quality of the breath. Noticing how deeply or how shallow the breath is moving in and out. Noticing how fast or slow breath flows in and out. You might notice the temperature is different on the inhale to the exhale. And from this place of awareness, noticing how we're starting the practice, we're going to begin to alter the breath. So breathing in and out of the nose, if that is accessible for you. And the reason that we do that is because typically in life, before we become conscious of our breathing, we tend to breathe through the mouth. And we tend to breathe relatively rapidly, particularly if you feel stressed, if you find yourself in that survival mode, that fight or flight or freeze response, when your nervous system is excited, it's really the word, nervous system excitation is the technical term. We tend to breathe in and out of our mouth and quite shallow, often into the throat or the chest. So in order to alter that state that we often find ourselves in when we feel a little tense, we breathe in and out of the nose and we start to slow the breath down. So if you can't do that for any reason, that's okay. Just breathe however you can. And we don't want to force the breath here. So just go gently. So we're going to start to direct the breath in and out of the nostrils. And just inviting the breath to move a little deeper into the body. With particular attention on the exhale, ensuring you empty out all the way at the end of the exhale. And we're going to breathe in. See if you can expand the chest. Expand the belly. And as you exhale, releasing the belly. Releasing the chest. Breathing in through the nose. Chest rises, belly rises. Breathing out, belly falls. Chest falls. Continuing like this, no rush. Breathing in. Nice and smooth. And exhale. Not aiming for massive breath, but we are aiming for smooth and steady. Inhaling. Exhale. And if you do practice Ujjayi breath, you're welcome to take that, creating some sound both on the inhale and the exhale. Otherwise, just stay with breathing through the nose if you can. Breathing in a little deeper. Breathing out all the way. And if you have it, you can relax your hands down. Continue with the breath. You don't need to overdo here. If you notice your body starting to tense up, just let it go. We're using the diaphragm to breathe here, located just beneath the rib cage. And when we breathe in this way, we're activating the parasympathetic nervous system. So the flip side of that fight or flight or freeze survival response. So we can use the diaphragm to breathe. We're allowing the body to calm. Focusing on the exhalation, sending that message to the body that it's okay to let go. We've got 5 more good breaths here. You're doing really well. Inhaling, expanding chest and belly. Exhaling, releasing the body. Releasing the chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. So 3 more, just keep it steady. No strain, gentle breathing. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Last one here, beautiful work. And whatever position you're in, we're going to slowly reawaken. So you can move the fingers, the toes. You can circle the wrists and the ankles. You take a nice long stretch all the way. Breathing in to reach and lengthen and exhale. Release. Let's take another like that. Inhale, stretch, reach. Exhale. Release. So if you're on your back, you can bring your knees in towards your chest. You can give them a nice squeeze in towards the belly. And you might like to rock a little side to side. If you're seated, you can just reach your arms forward or take a really gentle twist. We're all going to meet up in a seat. So if you're on your back, you can roll over to one side. Come into the fetal position. You can rest your head on your arm. Breathe here. And gently pressing up, take your time. And we're going to come to a seat. So I've got socks on. You can definitely take shoes off if that's okay for you. It's just a little chilly, so I've got some layers on, but we're going to warm up. So you may not need them in not too long, but please don't start cold. Okay, so I'm sitting here in a variation of a cross-legged seat. This is comfortable for me, but if this is not comfortable for you, please find a way to sit that is comfortable. So either taking the feet forward, or you can extend them out. If you can sit in a cross-legged seat, but your knees tend to be quite high, higher than your hips, then that's a good indication that you need to use some support beneath you. So you're welcome to pause this video and get yourself a cushion or whatever you have. I've got a yoga block here. These are $5 from Kmart. So they're a good investment if you do intend to keep practicing. So I'm just taking a seat on that, which helps to give a bit of space for the hip flexors. So that will help them lengthen out. So whatever seat you have, let's just ensure that we're nice and even into the sit bones. So you can use your hands to remove the flesh away from the sit bones and just come and sit evenly into both sides. And find a place where you can be upright in your seat. So in yoga, the spine is really the measurement of age. So numbers are not important. People do headstands at 100 years old. It's incredible the progress you can make, no matter what age, no matter what injuries you have, no matter what flexibility you have. We can always improve. There are always ways. So we're going to take a seat where we're upright. So really important to find a way so that your shoulders can stack on top of the hips. You can give the shoulders a roll. And this is so that we've got plenty of space for our lungs to expand as we breathe. So working with that nice open posture. And let's come back into our breathing. So if you need to rest hands on the body to reconnect with that, we're breathing in and out of our noses. And we're breathing in to feel the chest and the belly expand. Breathing out to feel the belly release and the chest release. Continue with this breath. We're going to take the palms together at the heart center and tune in. So in yoga, you may well be familiar with the sound Om. This is a chant which helps to connect us, brings our frequencies together. Even though we are remote, it is incredible to feel that connection through sound. It's really primal within us. So you can listen in or you can join in. The sound is Om. And we'll take 3. So it's nice to take the thumbs in contact with the sternum, so right in the center of the chest there, and you'll feel that reverberation as you chant. Om means everything. So it connects us with everything within ourselves and everything that we perceive as outside of ourselves. Let's take a deep breath in for our 3 chants of Om. With your hands at your heart, keeping the eyes closed, take a moment to set your intention for class today. So it might be just one word, it might be strength or flexibility, it might be calm. Whatever you'd like to bring into your practice, bring into your life, take a moment to settle your awareness right there. Take a deep inhale, draw it into your heart. Hold the breath in, bring the thumbs between the eyebrows, bringing your intention from the heart to the mind. And exhale, thumbs return to the heart. And you can release the chin down to the chest, you can release the hands down. And we're going to begin with the neck. So if you've been sitting a while, make sure that you change the cross of the legs if they are crossed. So we're always looking for balance on both sides of the body. So once you've found that position, we're going to release the chin down to the chest. Exhale. Keep the shoulders soft as much as you can. And then we're going to inhale, lifting the chin up just as far as is accessible. No competition here. And then we're going to exhale, bring the chin back down to the chest. Inhaling, drawing a line in the air with your nose, extending the throat. Exhaling, moving with your breath, chin comes down to the chest. We're just mobilizing the neck here. Inhaling, lifting the chin up, lengthening the throat without compressing into the back of the neck. There should be no pain, no strain here. And then exhale, chin comes all the way back down. And let's inhale, bring the chin back to center. We're going to take a twist. So breathing in, feeling as though your spine is lengthening all the way from your tailbone to the crown of the head. And exhale, turning the head to the right side. Chin can stay parallel with the earth. Doesn't matter how far you go, we're just warming up. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling to the other side. Breathing through the nose. Soft into the shoulders. Just noticing if one side feels differently to the other. Inhaling back to center. We're all a little asymmetrical. So it's okay. We're going to exhale to the right side. Trying to sync the movement with the breath. Inhaling back to center. Just do the best you can. And that is enough. Exhaling to twist. Noticing any sticky spots without forcing. Inhale to center. And exhale. Let's take the chin down to the chest. And we're going to roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale. Softening through the jaw. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continuing with this semicircle. Inhaling. Imagining the breath expanding into any areas that feel tight. Continuing your flow. And the next time you move to the right, we're going to take a full circle, nice and gentle. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Keeping any muscles not required for the movement, nice and soft. Inhaling, taking that full circle to the right. Exhaling forward. So you might even like to pause if you find any areas that need a little attention, but breathe here. Soften the shoulders, focus on the exhale. The inhale can give us energy and create some space. The exhale allows us to soften and relax. And completing this next circle. And then we're going to reverse our direction. Inhaling to the left side. Exhaling forward. Awesome. Well done. 2 more circles. Take your time. We have more than 70 muscles in the neck that are all coordinating for us to help us with this movement. So send them some compassion, send them some kindness. Maybe you pause on this next one, breathing into any resistance. Softening the mouth. Softening the shoulders. And slowly finding your way back to center. And you can lift the chin back up. And we're going to move to the shoulders now. So you can extend the fingers forward. Extend the hands forward. The palms are facing up. And you might need to just roll the shoulders a little here. They're feeling a little tense. And then we're going to extend the elbows so the arms are straight. Soften the shoulders down as best you can. You can awaken the fingers, give them a little twinkle, awaken those hand endings. And then inhale, straighten. Exhale, bring the hands to the shoulders. You can let the elbows come in towards the center, but don't force it. Wherever they are is okay. We're going to inhale, lift the elbows up, keeping the head straight ahead, and exhale, releasing back. We're taking some circles. Inhaling up, and exhaling back and down. Warming up through the shoulder girdle. Just notice if one side moves differently to the other. An essential element of our yoga practice is Svadhyaya, which is Sanskrit for self-knowledge. We're starting to learn about our bodies. And finishing off this last one, moving back, and then once the elbows come forward, we're going to reverse. Inhaling, elbows come down and back. Exhaling, up and over. Moving gently, just moving to the edge of your mobility here. Keeping the breath flowing. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Beautiful. One more. And relaxing the hands down. You might take a sigh. Alrighty, so we're going to mobilize through the spine now. I'm going to give a couple of options. So if you're okay to come into all fours, please come and join us. So coming into a tabletop position. So I spread my fingers nice and wide and the wrists are underneath the shoulders here. We're looking for a square position with the knees beneath the hips. You can tuck the toes under or you can flatten the front of the feet into the mat. It's totally up to you. All right, so from here, we're beginning at the base of the spine, tilting the tailbone up and rolling through. Inhaling for up cat. Maybe lifting the head without jamming the spine. Exhaling, rounding from the tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back. Chin comes into the chest. So we inhale to open, rolling through. Exhaling to round, starting at the base of the spine and rolling all the way. So you can continue like this if this feels okay. If for any reason that this is not a good position for you, you can either come to kneeling or any other seated position that feels good. And it's the same activation that we're working with. So we're just exploring the mobility of the spine here. Inhaling, chest comes forward, tailbone sticks out. You don't have to extend the head too much here. And exhaling, rounding the tailbone in, rounding the lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhaling to open heart, exhaling to round. Let's take a couple more. You can close your eyes once you have the movement. Just noticing if any parts of the spine are moving as a block rather than individually. And gently coming back to neutral. All right. We're going to come up to a standing position now. So it might be a good time to take off socks so that you can have a good purchase on your mat. So if you do need to hold on to something, you're welcome to bring a chair to hold on to for extra balance. Otherwise, we're going to come up to a standing position, and you can take the feet nice and wide, at least hip width anyway. And we're going to take the fingers that face down on the back of the hip. Now we're just going to take some circles. So we're moving from, we started with the neck and the shoulders and the spine. Now we're moving to the hips. And circular movements are really good for releasing any tension and also stimulating the fluid in the joints, the synovial fluid. So move really consciously here. We're going to inhale forward, exhale back. And just working to the edge point of your flexibility here. Never moving into pain. And if you've been going one way, let's switch our direction. Breathing through the nose. Smooth breath. And we'll slowly come back to center. Alrighty, so we're going to take a twist, so just make sure you've got a bit of space around you, not going to hit walls or anyone. Alright, so we're just going to twist and let the arms flap. So you can just really relax the arms, let them just flow as you twist. And if you feel okay, you can let the opposite heel lift as you twist. So a lot of yoga is preparing us for meditation. So often when we start to become still in our bodies, we can notice discomfort in our bodies. So a lot of this asana practice, this physical movement, is helping to release any blockages so that the energy can flow freely and to help make us comfortable so that we can be still. So noticing how it feels in the body as the hands come into contact with it. Noticing how the hands feel as the body touches them. And slowing down your movement. And coming back to center. Alrighty, let's bring a bit of attention to the feet. So often yogis end up getting lots of pedicures. At the moment that I'm filming this, pedicures are not an option, at least professional ones. So I've taken in the comments off to do some sparkles on my toes because you tend to notice your toes a lot. Your toes and your feet a lot in yoga. So take your feet to hip width and check that the outer edges of the feet are parallel. So that means that the hips are square. So both heels are in one line, the outer edges of the feet are parallel. And see if you can spread your toes. So spread all 10 toes and they're connected with the mat. Nice. Okay, so from here, you can take your hands to your waist. You can close your eyes and just feel those 10 toes in contact with the mat. Feel all 4 corners of the feet connected with the mat. And come back to your breathing. Breathing in through the nose. And slowly out through the nose. Let's take the palms together at the heart center. Connect the thumbs with the sternum. And with the eyes closed, remember the intention that you set at the beginning of the time. Breathe it into your heart. And exhale to plant that seed. Let it. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to just check in with a little balance here. So take your hands to your waist, or your waist, and we're going to take, we're going to stand on the right foot, and from here, let's draw the left knee in towards the chest. Exhale, inhale, release it down. Nice. All right, let's try it again. Inhale. And exhale, draw that left knee in. Try and stay upright, relax the shoulders, and exhale. Down. Inhale, last one on this side. Exhale, draw the knee in. Good for digestion. That's squeeze into the belly. Sorry if you just had breakfast or lunch. Exhale. Releasing down. Let's try the other side. So spread the toes on that standing leg. Again, use support. Stand by a wall if you need. Just do the best you can. You've got to start somewhere. So, inhale, feel steady into that left foot, and exhale. Draw the knee in. Release it down. Take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze the knee. Try and stay upright. Tilt your tailbone down towards the mat. Soften the shoulders. And release the leg. Awesome. Last one. And release the leg. All right. Hands to the waist. Standing on the right foot. We're just going to turn the ankle. So, sorry if you have just had a pedicure. You can turn the foot in the air if you're worried about your nails. If you've been going one way, you can go the other. And let's change to the other leg. Woo. Oh yeah. This is a bit of a balance challenge. And the other way. Really good for stimulating circulation into the feet. Alrighty. So now that we've warmed up throughout the body, we're going to take this balance challenge to the next level. So ensure you have support if you need it. You can keep your hands at your waist. We're going to come up onto the tiptoes. So then inhale, come up. And exhale, releasing the heels down. All right, that was a practice run. Inhale, come all the way up. Try and slow it down, stay conscious. Exhale, so you can slow down the release of the heels to the mat. All right, sinking breath with movement. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, releasing down. Beautiful. Let's take one more. You got this. Inhale. Exhaling down. Beautiful. All right, let's take a little shake out. All right, so we are going to take a little flow. I'm going to introduce you to a flow which is called Chandra Namaskar. There are lots of variations of this. Chandra means moon and Namaskar means salutation. So it's done with an attitude of gratitude towards the moon. Hatha yoga is made up of the moon element and the sun element. Ha is sun and Ta is moon. So together they help us to find balance. I am selecting the moon salutation because we're just on the verge of a new moon. And moon energy in yoga is connected with the feminine. And that doesn't mean just for women, but we all have like the yin yang elements of masculine and feminine energy within us. And this energy is regarded as a receptive energy. It's more of an introspective energy as compared to the sun energy, which is more of an outward focused, goal-directed, heating energy. So although this will warm us up, it's designed to be a little more gentle. So please, with that in mind, take rest when you need and adapt as you need. All right, so let's come up to the top of the mat. You can keep your feet at hip width. Outer edges of the feet are parallel. And this is mountain pose, Tadasana. And it's named that because it's solid as a mountain. So find your 10 toes spread, feel all four corners of the feet connected with the mat, and you can turn the palms out slightly. So from the front, this is what it looks like. So we're opening the chest, we're not pushing it forward. We're finding a nice neutral place with the spine. And let's breathe here. In and out of the nose. Let's inhale, reach the arms all the way up and over the head. You can look up if that's accessible. You can take the palms together or you can keep them apart. Soften the shoulders down. Shoulders soft away from the ears. Inhale, lift the chest. Reach up. And exhale, we're going to fold forward. So you can bend the knees as much as you need to release the lower back. Bring the palms down to the mat and relax the head down. So you can give the head a little shake from left to right here. That helps you to relax it. Relax your shoulders. Let your belly rest on your thighs and breathe here. Inhale. Come to the fingertips or bring your hands to your shins. We're going to lengthen the spine all the way from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then exhale. Take your hands down to the mat. Bend your knees if you need to. And we're going to step the left foot back and release the knee down. So if you have tender knees, it's definitely wise to support the knee here with a blanket, or you can fold your mat over. So we're here in a lunge. So depending on your flexibility, it might be a shorter lunge, that's completely okay. We're not going for maximum here. So wherever you're at, you can keep the hands down either side of the foot, or you can bring the hands onto that front knee. If you feel good, you might reach the arms up, again, palms apart or palms together, up to you. But we're looking for space for the neck. So let the shoulders relax down, but reach up with the fingers and breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch forward all the way and then bring the palms down. So we're going to come into a downward facing dog. If that is too strong, feel free to come into a child's pose. So we're going to spread the fingers and then tuck the left toes under, step the right foot back and lift the hips up. So I'm here in this down dog, and if you feel tension in your lower back, take the feet a little wider or bend the knees or both. Or you might like to walk the feet a little further away from you. So it's not essential to straighten the legs. I've practiced a lot, so I have got there after many years, but that's by no means a measure of your practice. So we're looking for length in the spine. So whatever you need to do to find that length in your spine, lengthening the tailbone or the sit bones up towards the ceiling, trying to work towards straightening the arms. You can walk the legs here. You can bend one at a time. And allow the shoulders to be soft away from the ears. Beautiful work, guys. One more breath. On your next inhale, step the left foot forward and release the right knee down. We're coming into that low lunge. So pressing into the whole of that left foot, all of the toes, the heel, the ball of the foot. Maybe you take the hands up to the knees. Maybe you reach up if you did on the other side. Deep breathing here. If you're feeling tension in the lower back, bring the hands down. Please don't push here. One more breath. Inhale, stretch, exhale, reach forward all the way. Bring the palms down. Step the right foot in to meet the left. It's okay if you need to take a few steps. And exhale, fold. Check your feet. Make sure the outer edges of the feet are parallel. Feet can be a hip width. And let's inhale. Reach up all the way. Come to standing. Maybe look up. And exhale. And down. All right. Beautiful. We're going to come down to the mat now. We're going to slow it down and cool it down. So I'll ask you to come into a butterfly position, Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So again, if you use height, if you find your knees are high, please do. Give yourself enough support so that the knees can be about in line with the hips. You can also bring the feet further away from you. I'm pretty open here, so I'm quite comfortable with bringing them in, but that is really up to you. So make sure you're even into both sit bones. You can come up to an upright position, so you can take your hands just by your side. And then you might like to bring them forward, either to the knees or just ahead of you, or you might be able to walk them forward, but we're looking for length in the spine. So breathing in as if you're breathing into the base of the spine. And exhale, releasing all the way. You can relax your head. Imagine sending breath into wherever you can feel the stretch most fully. And let's walk the hands all the way back in. And we're going to make our way to the back. So coming all the way down to lie back. And you can take the knees in towards your chest. We're going to come into a twist here. This will be our last shape before we come into our rest. So you can reach the arms out wide. You can let the knees fall over to your right side. You might bring support here, blocks, bolsters, cushions, if the floor feels a long way from your legs. Sometimes it's nice to bring something in between the ankles or the knees or both. Just depends on your hips and your lower back. So do make this comfortable, guys. And you can look to the opposite side if that feels good. The back of the shoulders are working towards the mat. And we're breathing here. Emphasizing the exhalation in through the nose. Out all the way. And then you can draw the knees in towards the center and then switch to the other side. And again, just noticing which side may feel tighter. And you're always welcome to spend a few extra breaths on that tighter side. One way that we can start to rebalance. Sometimes it can be our stronger side that feels tighter because we tend to work it more. And sometimes it can be actually the weaker side that feels tighter. So just noticing that, no judgment. Last breath here. Let's draw the knees back in towards the center. You can give yourself a nice hug. And if you need to take any other stretches before you release into our rest, please do. I would highly recommend putting layers on. If you have blankets, socks, jumpers, because we will cool down as we're still. And I'm going to stay right here or at least demonstrate Shavasana, once more, the corpse pose. But you're more than welcome to come into whatever pose you felt most comfortable in at the beginning. So this is a point where we integrate all of the benefits of our practice, all of that strength and flexibility and breath. In rest, you can grow new cells and absorb the benefits of the practice. So just adjust your clothing and your position and so you can be really still. Let's take a good breath in through the nose. You can sigh it out. Sighing is a natural way of calming our nervous system. You might take one more. And letting go of any effort with your breathing now, just letting your breath return to its natural rhythm. And just mentally scanning your body, noticing if there are any parts of your body that are still working or holding on. Just allowing them to release. You can close the eyes. Feel supported here. Allow the weight of your body to sink in towards you. Relaxing, often letting go every part of your body. Very gently breathing in a little longer. Breathing out all the way. And you can start to reawaken your fingers, toes, joints, and circle the wrists and the ankles. And take the arms up and over the head. Take a nice long stretch. And release. And you can take the arms back by the side. Bend the knees, bring them in towards the chest. And you can roll over to one side, coming into the fetal position, resting here for a few more moments with nothing whatsoever. And slowly pressing up, you can keep your eyes closed, coming to meet in a seated position, a comfortable seat. Use support if you need it. Sit nice and evenly onto the sit bones. Take the palms together at the heart and return to your slow, steady breath. So close with the universal chant for peace, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Join in or listen in. The first is for peace within ourselves. The second, for peace in those that surround us. And last but not least, for peace in everything that is outside of our control. Take a deep breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Release your chin to your chest. My better self greets your better self. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to teach. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Harriet is my name. info@smileinthesky.com. Smile in the sky like a new moon, all one word. I would love to hear from you. If you have requests, I'm more than happy to do my best to accommodate those and put out some videos for you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening ahead. Much love, and see you next time.